kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
When I say, who's the master? You say, no.
What is up, guys? Showing up the King here, back with another video. And today, I'm excited to bring you my review for the Batmobile from the Batman, brought to you by Spin Masters. I was finally able to pick this up. I gotta tell you, the things that I do for myself and for my YouTube community, because I first found out about this figure yesterday, and shout out to Toy Shiz on Instagram. He let everybody know that these were starting to pop up over Targets across the United States. And I noticed that this was a 4-inch scale Batmobile. And again, Spin Master is known for doing Batmobiles, but this particular one, even though, full disclosure, I'm not actually super excited about the movie itself. Again, Robert Pattinson, I just still don't see him as Batman. It just doesn't feel right in my soul. But I will always be a Batfleck Batman lover, and again, the original Michael Keaton are my two favorite Batmans. But with that being said, again, when I saw this, especially now that I am collecting 1/18 scale figures, this is a perfect item for my collection. Again, like now I'm on a hunt for a 1/18 scale Punisher or like a 1/18 scale Blade. Can you imagine this Charger with Blade standing next to it? Whoo, I can't wait. All right, so enough fanboying. Let's go ahead and get into this review. So as you can see, again, this is $29.99. I was able to find this at Target. I went to like 4 different Targets, finally found it at the 4th Target. 15 lights, sound effects. The nitro goes off. He has lights in the front. The doors open. Comes with a figure, but honestly, we're not buying it for the figure. You can see here on the back some of the actions and things that goes on. I mean, this thing is a marvel. Let's go ahead and get this thing open and get the review started. All right, guys. This thing is unpackaged. I am like geeking out right now. I'm calling it right now. Not only does this thing have top tier potential for customizations, I'm going to call it right now. If you see this in store, you better buy them. You better buy multiples. Again, this is going out to all of my 1/18 scale diorama builders, customizers. Like, this is a game changer for 1/18 scale figures, because this car is freaking amazing. And again, the Batman figure, surprisingly, is not bad either. I'm just saying that for right now, wow, just wow. Let's talk about it. So first, let's talk about this Batman, okay? This Batman is pretty good. Like, again, you can kind of tell that it's Robert Pattinson's face a little bit. Like, I just don't like his chin. I don't love the way that his face looks in this. But again, this just might be a gripe that I have with the movie in general. But again, I digress. If we're looking at the figure itself, this is a 4-inch scale figure that has lots and lots of detail in the actual suit itself. And articulation on this thing is actually amazing for a 1/18 scale figure that comes with a fully loaded car. So let's look at it from the back. We have his cape, and again, his cape is actually very pliable. As you can see here, it moves. There's no bendy wire, but again, for the cost, that's fine. As far as like articulation, he has multiple points of articulation. Again, he can do a full T-spread, as you can see here. The arms rotate full 360. It can do a 360 in this way as well. Right here, separate swivel. Single jointed elbow can only go up about this much. So you're not getting a lot of rotation in the arm, and the wrist itself doesn't appear to move at all. But when you get the bicep swivel here, it's not that big of a deal. Of course, you can do that on the side here. Waist, no waist articulation at all. It's just one standard piece from head to toe. But with the legs, you can still get them to bend down. You can still get them in a seated position, like so. And again, with his knees, as long as you get them in the right position, his knees do bend, as you can see here. Just having difficulty with this knee at the moment. So this might be a flaw in the figure because this knee is giving me trouble. But I'll look into that. But also the leg itself does rotate, so that could be an issue as well. You can see that. We have little pegs here at the bottom, so if you want to stick them into the stands, that's fine. But overall, a solid piece. And again, I just need to look at where this is bending to figure out why it's not bending the way that it needs to. But I can look at that off camera. We don't have to worry about that for the review right now. All right, so that's the figure itself. It's fine. But what we really want to talk about is this car. So it has 3 modes: off, on, and try me mode. Right now I do have it in on mode. Some of the features is that the nitrous in the back comes on, and the lights do light up here at the front. It has 15 lights and sounds, as I said in the beginning. You can activate it by pushing the button here. Look at that. And you can see from the front here, the lights lighting up. Let me turn off my solar beam so you guys can see it a little bit better. You can see the light off, and then you can see the light here. Got revving engines. Woo! All right, so now it also has movement. So when you start to move it, then the jets and things start to go off. And you can see the red light here in the back. I mean, 3 AAA batteries, NOS. This light comes on, but this one, these don't. I believe it's just this one. And then you got the light here at the back. Let's just take a closer look at the actual vehicle itself. And so you can see on the back here, this is how you turn it off, which I will do for the time being until we take a good look at the car. So let's take a look at the car. So at the front here, you can see it's been highly detailed. Even though it's like just a jet black, you can see the different paneling details that they did on the front, how they protect the front engine with armor. Again, you can see these like translucent lights here, but when you do turn it on, it does light up as you saw here before. And then you can see on the side here, we have these durable wheels that actually do move, and these are actually made out of rubber, which is actually a nice touch. And then you can see here on the underside, they even still did detail with the undercarriage. Very well done. Thought I turned you off. All right. All right, so let's take a look at the cockpit. The driver's seat. So as you can see here, you can look on the inside. There is not a lot of detail on the inside, but it is enough to get your engines revving. Again, the panels on the actual dashboard are just plain. The steering wheel does turn, as you can see here. And let's go to the back. You can see here, this is the giant engine that you see here, and the nitrous that's shooting out. And again, from my observation, the only one that lights up is here. I did not see any lights coming up out of here. And then this light here turns red, which is just amazing. And then you see here on the passenger side, again, we have the seat here. And again, don't worry, guys. I'm going to start bringing in a lot of 4-inch figures to see how they look and if they fit well. So then you have here on the other side It's just a really nice looking car. It really is. All right, so let's go ahead and try to fit Batman in the car and see how he looks in the car. So he'll sit on his cape, put his legs together. Now, it would have been easy if they had a way to like pop the top off of here. It would have made things a lot easier. But, no, let's do it this way. Let's see here. Have him sit on his cape. Like that. Boom. Have him gripping the steering wheel. Shut the door. Boom. And he fits. He fits well. He has room. If you can see up top, he has room inside the vehicle as well. And don't worry, at the end, I'll probably do like a panorama around the car itself, just so you guys can get a really good detailed look at it at the end. But let's go ahead and turn on the car again, which is just a simple button here. And I love how when you turn it on, it just makes those sounds. And it rolls well. And you can see here it lights up. And again on the front, you see that lights up as well. Oh. I mean, just the sounds alone make this thing worth the price of admission. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in a bunch of 4-inch figures so we can start seeing how they look and if they fit. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we are back here with some size comparisons. We have the vintage G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. He's who I primarily figure I think will be the driver of this vehicle. Again, it just kind of, for who I have, it kind of fits his motif. He does have, like, you know, motorcycles, you know, cars and things of that nature. I would love, like I said, if I could find a way to do like a custom like Blade or Punisher in this 1/18 scale, I would totally do that. But for right now, this is kind of what we have to do with. Again, I could also see you throwing a Cobra logo on top, giving it like little red streaks going down the side, and you can kind of use this as like a Cobra vehicle. Like, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot of people customizing this thing once they start getting their hands on it. So again, if you see this in store, I highly recommend you grab one, or you will not find them. I'm telling you now, these aren't going to end up at Ollie's. So, okay, so let's get Batman out and start seeing who else fits inside here with zero issues. So let's start with a tough one. So these are the Army Men. I'm trying to remember. True Soldiers. Yes. So let's see if these guys don't have, well, they do have the articulation. So yeah, they could probably fit. So True Soldiers. Let's go inside. Bam. Look at that. True Soldiers. Let's zoom in for your pleasure. True Soldiers fit inside perfectly. And they can grip the wheel if you just do that. So that is amazing. 4-inch figure. Let's see how Snake Eyes looks. Snake Eyes typically has longer legs. So let's see if that'll be a problem. Oh, even Snake Eyes fits in. And Snake Eyes has amazing positioning. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you guys. Must buy 2022. So he fits perfectly. Now let's get one of the, what is this? I think these are just the Global Forces figures from the Corps. Yeah, this is the Corps. Again, these are pretty tall 4-inch figures. The real test will be the Road to Halo figures. That'll be a really big test. Now it looks like he gets really heavy in the back. So we might have our first issue. Let's see if we can get him in. No. So the corpse, I mean, he'll look good standing in front of it, doing like a nice pose. But with this hood and just his upper body, there are problems getting him into the vehicle. All right, let's try my Joy Toy figure now. Again, we might have issues just because he has all his armor off. But this armor does come off, but let's just see if he fits as well. This will be challenging. Oh, it looks like he fits. Joy Toy fits. Again, it looks a little awkward again because he has on this heavy armor, but he does fit, and once you take off the armor, you should be able to get him in just fine. So confirmed, Joy Toy figures do fit. Amazing. Let's do a 3 1/4 inch scale figure. We just have, I can't even remember what this guy is, but I use him on my USS Flag as like a worker. So he's just like a little construction worker who works on the vehicles and the stuff. So obviously he's going to fit. The question is just how he looks. And again, he looks good. So I also think this works for 3 1/4 inch scale figures as well. His arms can reach the steering wheel just fine. And again, if you want to get those kind of shots, you should be able to do that just fine. Now let's try to roll the halo, because again, these guys are 4 inch scale, but you know, Spartans are pretty big, so they do kind of stand taller than others. I'm imagining he's going to have some issues because of his armor, but honestly, if it doesn't fit, it's not a huge deal to me. Now, here we go. He is in. He's in, but it's a very tight fit. It doesn't look natural. So, I'm going to say, again, these are World of Halo, and some of the corps will probably be the figures that you guys want to kind of have posing on the outside for shots, but interior shots are probably not gonna work. All right, let's back out. Oh, and last but not least, let's go ahead and do a Cobra officer. Of course, we know he's gonna fit. Bam. Cobra officer fits, and it looks great. Absolutely incredible. All right, so final thoughts. This is a 10 out of 10, $30. You get the figure, you get the Batmobile. Honestly, I can take it or leave it with this Batman. I'm going to keep him because, again, he is a solid figure. But this is why we're here. This is what we want. This Batmobile. Absolutely incredible. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Again, this is Showing Up the King. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.